You rise to the occasion. Experience comes with age, and I've been hearing a lot about age, you know.
Experience. You mentioned youth. You mentioned speed. Have you still got that?
Buddy, you're talking like we're having a funeral party here. It is a very serious topic.
Today, I invite you to remember and take a look at a fight that had the nation holding its breath, a fight that rekindled faith in the fading heavyweight division, the bout between Anthony Joshua and Wladimir Klitschko. It was a clash of teacher versus student, experience against youth, power against technique. The British tabloids dubbed this encounter as the greatest showdown in the super heavyweight division that the United Kingdom had ever witnessed. This fight had it all: tense moments, intrigue, knockdowns, and tactics. This duel surpassed the expectations of boxing enthusiasts. And rightfully so, the Joshua Klitschko bout is considered one of the best and most intense matches in the super heavyweight division, an instant modern classic in the world of boxing.
You see that the referee is almost a minute and a half in.
Wladimir problem, not to
Tyson Fury.
And Carl Williams, Klitschko doesn't look good. Fury has...
After the sensational defeat to Tyson Fury in 2015, Wladimir didn't step into the boxing ring for 18 months. It was evident that he was no longer the same Klitschko who had reigned over the heavyweight division for nearly a decade. There were expectations for Klitschko to face Fury again, but first, the fight was canceled due to Fury's injury, and later, he was found to have used prohibited substances, leading to his departure from the sport. The Joshua Klitschko fight was also scheduled earlier, in December 2016. However, the match was postponed to April 29, 2017, due to the Ukrainian's injury. Many understood that Klitschko's peak form was behind him. Even before his loss to Fury, he had to exert a lot of effort to defeat the lighter and less persistent Bryant Jennings in a rather lackluster bout in New York, held 7 months prior.
Fights tall, has a hard time going to the body.
It's safe to say that his last truly standout performance was in November 2014, when he defeated Kubrat Pulev in the 5th round of a match in Hamburg.
Klitschko has to invent a body. There's the Klitschko. That right hand that landed, yes, Pulev.
Down goes Pulev on another left.
But writing off the 41-year-old Klitschko at that time would have been premature. Wladimir himself preferred not to fret about his age, although he assessed his chances as 50-50.
Well, it is exciting. I'm still in pretty amazing shape. I don't feel age till now.
His physique still caught the eye with its forms, his face remained chiseled from stone, and his hands looked like weapons of mass destruction. This man had tasted victory and defeat. He stepped into the ring not because he needed money, but because he was determined to remind the world that he was the strongest heavyweight boxer, equipped to be a champion, as newspapers blared, cautioning against premature conclusions.
I don't know how it's going to be in 5 years, but as currently as right now, I feel motivated. I feel strong. The speed, experience, anticipation, it all works together well.
Well, listen, he's the king now.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
He's the king. He's the big man now on campus. I don't care who's out now, little guys making he's the big man on campus.
Yeah.
Joshua entered professional boxing by winning gold at the 2012 Olympics. Since then, he had not suffered a single defeat.
You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and giddy up. Secure the bike, yeah, get the bus. Pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Your squad shitty.
At that point, the 27-year-old boxer easily and decisively triumphed over 18 opponents, securing 18 knockout victories. By the way, Wladimir Klitschko, at that point in his career, had 64 wins, 53 of them by knockout, and 4 losses.
His era was a good era and a dominant era, but this fight will show him, if he wins, that this is still his era. And if he loses, I think he'll understand that this is a completely new breed of heavyweights coming through, and I have to kind of pass the torch on.
Joshua was the absolute favorite and entered the fight as the IBF World Champion. The other titles were vacant. Klitschko had a 2-year hiatus after his loss to Tyson Fury. Age also played a significant role. Wladimir was 14 years older than Anthony.
My goal and target, to become 3-time world champion. You know, I imagine standing in the middle of this stadium, holding those belts in my hands. I'm obsessed to become a champion again. Thanks.
If Klitschko had defeated Joshua, he could have reclaimed 3 out of 5 championship belts he lost in the fight against Fury, IBF, WBA, and IBO. The WBO title, once Klitschko's, was won by New Zealand boxer Joseph Parker by the end of 2016. The title of the Ring Magazine champion was with Tyson Fury. To regain the championship, Klitschko had to either defeat Fury or beat Deontay Wilder. In the event of the Ukrainian's defeat, Joshua would add the vacant titles of WBA and IBO champion to his IBF belt. The intrigue remained until at least 10 p.m. on April 29th, London time, when these two athletes stepped into the ring at Wembley Stadium. The matchup between two Olympic champions shattered the UK's ticket sales record. Even before the event, a second batch of tickets was released, and it sold out within an hour. The total number of sold tickets exceeded 80,000, setting a new record for the United Kingdom. Few people bet on Klitschko's victory in a fight against a young and hungry champion, but the fight caused an unprecedented stir. The fight itself turned out to be incredibly captivating and dramatic. In the first round, Klitschko moved excellently, evading occasional right-hand blows from Joshua. Meanwhile, Anthony managed to connect a few body shots and a handful of jabs to Wladimir's defense. The second round saw a straight right-hand punch from the Ukrainian. Joshua responded with a jab followed by a shot to the shoulder. Both boxers were cautious at the start, engaging in tactical warfare, carefully setting up their attacks and gauging each other, although these efforts had yet to yield any significant results.
Joshua be able to find him. Obviously watch what's coming back. Keeping the pace like that.
Joshua kicked off the third round more actively, attempting a couple of long-range jabs.
Titles on white trunks of Anthony George and the young lion of Anthony Joshua.
Wladimir, for the most part, anticipated his opponent's actions. The referee had to separate them from the clinch 3 times. The fourth round began with a solid right-hand punch from Klitschko.
With these two, Klitschko.
The British fighter momentarily lost his initiative, but he quickly regained his composure and delivered a decent blow to the Ukrainian's head. Anthony's jab sent waves of excitement through the British crowd, but it barely rattled Wladimir. The fifth round was extraordinary. Joshua started it off by aggressively moving towards Klitschko and knocking him down with a left side punch. The referee initiated the count, and then Wladimir managed to shift the round's momentum by landing a few precise headshots on his opponent. Jabs, straight punches, right hooks, it was all in motion until the sound of the bell.
He's in desperate trouble. Joshua in bad trouble here.
They're taking it all in. They put everything they got in this fight. Everything they got in this fight.
And now Joshua comes back.
The surprise came in the 6th round when it was Joshua who found himself on the canvas, his first knockdown in his career.
You're not landing that one again. But here it comes! From Wladimir Klitschko, and Joshua is down now! The count's at 5, Will he make it up? It was
Joshua endured several more jabs, but managed to stay on his feet until the round's end. It was apparent that the British boxer was fatigued, while Wladimir displayed more interesting movement. The knockdown took its toll, and Anthony had to defend himself during the subsequent rounds. After the highly active preceding rounds, both opponents took a slight breather in the 7th round. Wladimir landed a couple of punches on his opponent, and in response, Joshua finished the round with a series of body blows to Klitschko. The 8th round marked a new chapter in Joshua's career. Throughout his previous 18 fights, he had never been in the ring for more than 7 rounds. Once again, the opponents engaged in tactical play, carefully targeting each other. The Ukrainian managed a couple of jabs, while Anthony effectively absorbed punches directed at him. It's worth noting that Klitschko developed a hematoma above his eye, although it didn't seem to hinder him at that point.
Klitschko is out and dancing on his feet.
The 9th round began with Joshua's activity. He connected with a jab, and then Wladimir launched a successful attack with a left-hand blow.
Jab. Most people feel at ringside.
In cases of unsuccessful close-range encounters, the Ukrainian adeptly clinched. Judging by Anthony's expression, he seemed to feel better than in the 4th and 5th rounds.
That round was very close, almost even, and that was...
Amid the chants of Klitschko, from the audience, we reached the 10th round.
Stay with it, stay deep. Joshua recovered well, and that's wasn't it. Let's be honest, take nothing away.
Wladimir executed a successful counter right straight punch, but Joshua held his ground.
Big shot there. Walked into a big right hand there. Joshua. Did he land his own?
Towards the end of the round, the British fighter went on the offensive, although he couldn't secure a victory.
Anthony, Joshua. Big shots though in the beginning.
In the 11th round, Wladimir Klitschko couldn't withstand a second series of blows from Anthony Joshua.
Klitschko's got a list. Blue ribbon division. What's next?
Similar to the beginning of the fight, Joshua attacked, sending the Ukrainian to the canvas with an uppercut.
I'm saying it, but it's not a thing doing it. If you beat it to put it there and recover. And this is the finish. There's Joshua, and Wladimir Klitschko took it. But Joshua's going for it in left hand.
Wladimir, as a true warrior, got back up, only to be knocked down again.
And Klitschko is somehow trying to survive. But Anthony Joshua tumbles in of the ages. Huge respect to Wladimir at the Wembley Stadium. We couldn't have asked for much more.
He didn't linger on the canvas for long, managing to rise for the 3rd time in the match. The referee allowed the fight to continue, but after Joshua cornered Klitschko and landed several punches, the referee stopped the match. At the point of the fight stoppage, Joshua was leading by a split decision, 96-93, 95-93, 93-95. Klitschko showed that he still possessed strength and skill, demonstrating excellent movement, footwork, coordination, and breath control, as well as his renowned jab. However, it appeared that Joshua's youth ultimately prevailed.
It was a great fight of Wladimir Klitschko and Joshua. I'm more than sure Wladimir was great performance and ready to was knock out Joshua. It's I feel me guilty because I told to Wladimir in the corner, please don't be so active in round number 6. Wladimir sent Joshua to the floor. I expect so big muscles. The athlete never recovering back. I was surprised. Joshua recovered so fast and stopped Wladimir. If I don't stop brother, my opinion, Wladimir knock him out 6 or maybe 7, round number 7.
At some point in our lives, we need to, or just want to,
switch our careers, and get ourselves ready for the next chapter and chart a new course toward fresh challenges. Obviously, I'm not an exception to this. And now is my turn.
On August 3rd, Klitschko announced the end of his sports career. Later, he admitted that until the last he wanted to have a rematch with the Briton and still does not understand how he lost to Joshua. Perhaps it's all about age, maybe it's all about the change in fighting style before the upcoming event, maybe a lot, but this is history, the story that has become a modern classic of boxing and a second wind for a dying heavyweight division.